today I have just passed my driving test. I just have to talk about it. So, if you have watched my previous videos, I have failed my first driving test about a month ago. I have made a video about it, and today was the second attempt, and I was so nervous, I must say. Now I'm really relieved that it's over. So I just want to talk a little bit about the exam, just with full of emotions. I just wanted to grab the camera and talk about it. Yeah. As I said, I was so nervous, and today I was also so close to fail again. So if you don't know, in the first exam I have failed because of a parking situation that I couldn't do correctly. That's why today in the exam I was also so nervous, especially when it comes to parking, and I was this time again was so close to fail again in the parking situation. So we have before the exam, just before the exam, we have made an practical session again with my instructor, and there everything was okay with parking. I could do it, so I know I can do it, but in the exam you're just in a different state of mind, and it sometimes it happens. So I'm lucky that it was not completely fail. So I could have done it better, but it was good enough to pass. And the examiner has said, yeah, okay, you have passed. It was not perfect. You have made some mistakes, and he has given some feedback about my mistakes. But I mean, for me, it's totally okay now. For me, the most important thing is that I have passed. So I know where I have made mistakes. It's fine. I was nervous, so I will do better when I drive in a cooler mind. So as I said, just before the exam, I have had a practical lesson on the examination day. I have done it also for my first exam, and if you can do it, I would recommend it. At first, I was a bit hesitating if I would be too exhausted later on that I would not concentrate myself. But no, I think it was a good idea. I was already excited and nervous, so I think it was good that just before the exam I was behind the driving wheel. I could see that I can do it, and so I was just warmed myself up with this practical lesson. So if you can do it, I would recommend it. You know it yourself best if it passed or not. In my case, it was a good decision that I have done it. It's also very important, I guess. Some students forget it, so you have to have your ID card with you, and if you use glasses, also you should have it with yourself. There were also other students that have the exam at the same day with me after me, and it was just lucky that the instructor has asked if he has the ID card. He has said no, I don't. So they grabbed the card quickly. So if you don't have the ID card, you can't get the exam. So it's very important. Just in case, please don't forget it. So other than that, we were in the exam place. It is also TÜV Süd, where I had the theoretical exam. It was in the same place. And then the examiner comes, introduce himself, and check your ID. And then in the beginning, he asks some technical questions. So he asked for me, I don't know the English terms. I have to open the Motor habe. I have to show the Kühlwasser und describe it and say if it was okay, the level. And then he has asked, I should think about it. In the first exam, they have asked about the Warnbeleg and when we use it. Today, he has asked to do I check the Handbremse and if it works or not. He has also asked, he also want me to show the Fernbelicht and where do I see it on the control panel. Sorry that I'm now mixing all the English and German. I don't know the English terms, so I'm just saying in German. And Fernblick. I think that was it. And then later on, he has said he wants me to show how I use the tempomat. But he said he warned me that he would ask me to show it as we drive. So we have then started to drive. So he also gives some. At first, he gives an explanation. He says, so as long as I don't say anything, you would just follow the Vorfahrtstraße. And then he would say if it's going to be rights or links. And you have to then be careful with the signs if you really can turn right or left or go forward. So you have to be careful with the signs. But yeah. And then I have started, and later on there was a street where I could drive it 30 km/h, 30 km/h. And there first he asked me to show how I use the tempomat, so I have activated. And then later on also in Autobahn I had to show that I use it. I was also quite nervous about the Autobahn, and he later on has also given feedback that at some points that I should have driven faster. So it's still something that I should be consciously, I should drive faster. Because at that point there was no limitation, so I should have given more gas. So for me, I was already fast for my feeling, but I had to be faster. Other than that, then later on there are these Grundfahrausgaben, so they ask you to park or some, I forgot how it's called. So like you probably, if you are doing the driving license, you will also train this. So you have to like umkehren, you have to go backwards and then turn again. As I said, I was again with the parking, I was so nervous. So it was again, I was so afraid that I would just fail. So until at the very, very last second, I was so nervous that I would not do it, because then we were back in TÜV again. So, but I still didn't have to say get so happy so soon, because then he said I have to park again. So the rückwärts between two lines, and I have done it. And then later on he said, okay, now I have passed. So it was habe to wend. And then I don't know if it's because I have failed the first one. I don't know. He said he doesn't have the driving license card yet with him, so he has just given a Bescheinigung. It's just it's like a paper saying that I have passed the exam. So I have to go to Führerscheinstelle to haul my driving license card. So until then, I am still not allowed to drive. I have just made an appointment, so it will be around in 2 weeks. And then hopefully it will be completely over. It will be completed. Yeah. So this was my exam. I was actually planning to talk about the costs, but I will probably make a second video because this one is already long and I haven't calculated yet. And now I just wanted to talk spontaneously, and now I want to get dressed and then celebrate a bit. So I hope it's okay for you that I make it in another video where I can then present it to you better. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.